Hi everyone. So this is another live recording and it will be a rehab / healing yoga / chair yoga. So I'm going to welcome you all. If you could give me a heads up on sound and light, that would be good. If anybody's joining in live, hello there. I'm going to move back to my seat. If you can see and hear me clearly, let me know. Hello, Leona. So, is the sound clear, light clear? Good. Everything seems fine, so welcome. I am going to quickly get notes that I forgot and I'll be a sec. Good, I'm back. So welcome everyone. I'm going to teach from a chair. So if you want to stay seated in a chair, please do. You are also welcome to sit on the floor. Everything will be perfectly accessible from the floor. And I will alternate between the chair and the floor. And when we come to standing options, you can stay seated on your chair. It works perfectly fine from the chair, or you can move from your mat. It will be a basic sun salutation with wide-legged variations. So, good. I have a pair of blocks here. You don't need blocks. We're going to lift the leg over an object. You don't need an object. I've got them there as a visual. So I would like to start with a meditation, and it's a meditation by Lisa Wimberger. And seeing that this class is entitled Healing Hatha, I think it's also called Rehab. It's a very broad concept. What you feel you are rehabilitating could be something physical, it could be residue from physical trauma or injury. So there could be lingering pain that you maybe don't understand. So whatever brings you to this class, whatever brings you to a class called Rehab or Healing Hatha, I welcome you and ask that you practice with compassion and that you practice with care. Care doesn't mean we don't move into discomfort, but there is a sense of self-care. So listen to your body. I don't know your injuries. You need to be master of your own practice. So with your eyes wide open, just for a moment, just blink, and as you open your eyes again, let your gaze be soft. Let your eyes be soft, the muscles around the eyes. And let that softness trickle to your ears. And the softness enlivens our hearing. It enlivens our sense perception. Let that softness around the ears trickle into your neck and your shoulders, into your arms, and maybe you want to adjust your seat or adjust your hands. Let that softness, that sense of relaxing into trickle down your spine and into your sitting bones. So again, if you're seated on the floor or seated on a chair, settle into whatever is supporting you physically. By now, if you feel you would like to sit on a block or a pillow, adjust your seat. Maybe create a little bit of space underneath your armpits so that the armpits feel they can breathe. And if you're ready, close your eyes. You can also take a soft gaze downward towards the floor. So for this meditation, you don't need to see anything. Hi, Lizette. Good. And as you close your eyes, notice your breath. Your breath is a beautiful thing. It enters the body, it leaves the body, without you having to do much. But what we can do is soften so that we allow the breath in, that we don't hinder its pathway. Let that exhale be free. Let the breath bubble up and out. And because you might be in pain, because you might have an injury, or maybe you're just simply not feeling very well, maybe you can detect that holding in your body as a form of tension. Could be an idea. Could be physically very tangible. Could be a sense of fear of movement. Just breathe into that. See if your breath can relax those areas of tightness, that a little bit of bracing. And at any stage, if you feel you need to open your eyes, open your eyes. You can always close them again. Notice this effortless expansion and contraction of your breath. This effortless in and out. Let the breath feel easy. Draw from the knowledge of the breath. Breath knows how to flow. Your body knows how to breathe. Find a little comfort in that. Allow it to happen. The breath is soft. Welcome it in. And as you sit, and as you breathe, notice the placement of your feet, the backs of your knees. Notice the placement of your head and your tongue. Just noticing. Sensing the physicality of your body. you can even place your hand on this area. You are alone at home, I assume. Maybe it brings a tightness to the chest, or it feels like it swallows your voice and the arches of your feet. And as you feel your body in space, and maybe notice that area that you feel needs soothing, imagine taking this container filled with this healing color, this healing vibration, and begin to pour this over your body, allowing this color to permeate your cells, to trickle into your blood and your bones, to run its course from the tips of your toes to the tips of your fingers, the base of your pelvis, the crown of your head. And as this healing color with this healing vibration enters your body, let it begin to dislodge. Let it begin to loosen those pockets of tension. And maybe by using your breath, you can steer this healing energy, this visible color, this tangible vibration, to the areas of tension. Let it loosen, let it soften, let it transform. And with your exhale, let it bubble up and out. Let the tension dissolve. This container is limitless, it's bottomless. You can pour yourself full, you can pour yourself brimming over. An abundance of well-being. And for this moment, notice how your body responds to this wealth of whatever you need. Feeling the tension soften, the hurt, maybe physical pain or discomfort. Maybe it's the fear of moving after an injury. Just simple fear. Let it loosen, let it wash out. Imagine your body as transparent, filled with this healing bright color. The vibration of well-being, of health and wealth, of safety, of comfort and contentment, of being centered, at ease. And as you can see and feel yourself vibrating, full of healing, begin to tap the fingers of your non-dominant hand, and you can tap it on that specific area where you were dislodging the tension, where you wanted to bring extra healing to. Maybe you can even name your meditation and see that name written across the sky so that the body remembers. And slowly releasing your hands to your thighs. You can rub your hands over your thighs. And slowly opening the eyes. We'll start with a very sweet movement from, it's a qi-gong movement called Earth Dog. Just to check in physically. Turn your palms facing up, so whether you're seated on the floor, if you want to change your seat, crossing of your legs or add some pillows, please do. With your palms facing up, circle them out nice and wide and bring them down onto your thighs. So the hands touch the legs. Walk your left hand forward, start with your left hand. So about mid-thigh, as if you're placing your hand on the earth. And then the right hand towards your knee. The left hand to meet the right. Fully grounded, that sense of touching the earth. Draw your chest forward, lengthen your spine, turn your face to the sun and sniff the air. Imagine your whole spine long, your heart radiant. Come to a neutral spine. Extend your arms forward and up as if you're going to stand up from your seat if you're seated. On a chair, that is. Lengthening your spine. You can imagine this being a down dog, even flipping your palms up as if you're pushing into the floor. And then fold forward. If you're seated on a chair, you can fold over your arms. If you're seated on the floor, just fold forward. Relax the head. Breathe up into the back ribs. Tilt your pelvis. A lot of expansion in the back body, drawing the front into the back. From this forward fold, wherever you are, see if you can touch your feet or your knees, your thighs, your shins, and trace your hands up your legs as you come back into your seat. Imagine your neck starts from deep within your body, and turn your head, your gaze, looking over the horizon towards the right. Blink your eyes, soften your gaze, and turn your head back to center. Turn your gaze to the left. You're looking over the horizon. It's a focused gaze. It's bright. Blink your eyes, soften any tension around the eyes, and bring your gaze back to center. And with an exhale, settle. Lower your chin towards your chest. And begin to trace your chin towards your right shoulder. And then slowly back over center towards your left. You can go from side to side if you are comfortable with circling the head. Go ahead and circle the head. Your eyes can remain open or closed. Alternate the direction of your circles and imagine your spine starting from within the body. There's lots of space in the neck, the shoulders are completely relaxed. And then bring your gaze back to center. Fix your eyes on something in the horizon, so you're looking straight ahead. Fix your eyes on something in front of you and begin to nod your head up and down. We're stimulating the inner ear. Just up and down. Imagine your spine is starting, or your neck is starting within the body. So maybe at the height of the shoulder blades. So the neck is supported by the whole trunk. Keep your eyes fixed on that point and begin to turn your head side to side. You're looking straight forward. It's that focused gaze, but there We're going to change again. Keep looking at that steady point and begin to move your head at a diagonal. So imagine your chin tracing a line at a diagonal. Your eyes fixed on that point. Give yourself a moment just to orientate yourself in space, and then we'll change. So head back to center and then at a diagonal the other way, keeping your eyes fixed. Feel the neck moving from within the body, stabilized by the core, the center. And then we come back to neutral. Open your eyes as they close. Look over the horizon, blink and soften your gaze. Going to lift the shoulders straight up towards the ears and press them down. Lift them up again, hold them up. Move them forward in space. Move them down. Move them back and up again. We'll reverse that. Down, they down and back. Forward. Up. And relax your shoulders. To check in, we'll repeat Earth Dog. Turn your palms facing up. Notice the position of your head, the shoulders, the arms, the feet. Turn your palms out, spread them wide. It's as if you're gathering energy. And place your hands on the earth. Walk your left hand forward, and you can walk on the floor if you are seated on the floor. The right hand forward, the left hand to meet the right. Catch your knees or the floor if you're pushing into the floor. Track your chest forward. Sniff the air. Feel the sun on your face. Feel how that sniffing connects you to your breath. Coming into a downward facing dog. If you're seated on your chair, you lean forward. You can push your palms towards the sky. You can even adjust your feet as if you're trying to stand up from your chair. And then into your forward fold. If you're on a chair, you can use your arms for support. You can also do that if you're on the floor. You can hang over your legs. Place your hands somewhere on your feet, your shins, your knees, and touch your skin as you roll up into your seat. A nice tall spine. You're looking over the horizon. The eyes are open. Turn your head towards the right. It's a focused gaze. Blink your eyes. Turn your head back to center, looking over towards the left. You're sweeping the horizon. Blink your eyes, so if there's any tension, let it disappear or dissipate. Head back to center. Use an exhale to settle into your seat. Take both arms forward and up. Reach your arms forward, so we're protracting the shoulder blades. We're sliding them apart. Tall spine, but reach your arms forward as far as you can. So you're almost resisting with your torso and pulling the arms forward or pushing the arms forward. And then pull the arms back into the body. Resist with your chest, so don't let your chest move. And pull your arms back. If your hips rolled forward, just come into a neutral spine. So we're retracting the shoulder blades. And then find neutral and relax the arms down. Take your arms out to the side, palms facing forward. Bring both hands towards your head. Out to the side, flip your palms and bring both hands towards your low back. Arms out to the side, flip the palms, hands to the head. Out to the side, flip the palms, hands to your lower back. So these are shoulder rotations. Once more, arms towards the head, and maybe they can go closer towards your neck. Out to the side, flip the palms, hands towards your lower back. Maybe they can even cross over and bring them back to center. Just notice how your shoulders are feeling, your torso, the torso is supporting the body the whole time. Jaws relax, the eyes are relaxed, your tongue is comfortably settled in your mouth. The throat is open, the breath is still dropping in, and you still circulating that healing color, that healing vibration throughout the body. You can go back to it at any time in the practice. And then we move the legs from side to side. So if you're seated on the floor, I'll show you. You can see me. You'll separate your legs about hip width apart. If you can see me, so about mat width apart, let's say. Support yourself on your hands and begin to windshield wiper your legs from side to side. So windshield wipering is a little bit more awkward if you're in a chair. If you are in a chair for a reason, because you cannot sit on the floor, you windshield wiper from here. You can hold onto your chair. If that's uncomfortable, so it just doesn't work, you're slipping off your chair, you can keep your legs straight and just move your feet from side to side on the floor. So it's also internal rotation, external rotation, internal, external. It's a little less into the whole of the hip socket than maybe here or from the floor. But we do what we can with what we have. Good. So hold your knees to the right. Wiggle around until you're sitting on both sitting bones. So on the floor, you're seated with your legs in a 90-90 shape, maybe more or less. I'll tilt the camera so it shows a little bit more down. Pressing your sit bones down into the floor. So I'm just going to flip this a little bit lower so that you will be able to see me. How's that? So you're sitting on both sitting bones. If you rock to one side, just come back to center and press your legs down into the floor. So the legs press down into the floor. You're sitting nice and tall on both sitting bones, pressing the legs down. If you're on your chair, you've got your legs windshield wiper to one side, and it's almost as if you're drawing your legs into the hip socket and pressing down through the sitting bones. Again, you might feel a little unstable on a chair, especially if it's slippery. Do the best you can. You're going to press down for a few seconds. Let your breath be easy. And then we're going to relax. If you notice that you're holding your breath or clenching your jaw while you're pushing down, just ease up a little bit. If you're bracing to protect yourself, change your seat, change your legs, lift yourself up, sit on a block to take away the tension, to move into a pain-free zone. Good, and then we're going to sit again and press down, and this time as you press down, extend your arms out, wrists forward, and pivot towards your front leg. You're pushing down, extending through your wrist. The jaw is relaxed. The muscles around the eyes are soft. Your ears are relaxed. So hold it if you're on the floor. I'm going to show it on the chair. So I don't know if anybody's following on a chair, but if you are, so you'll be in your windshield wiper position, both sitting bones down and rotated towards your front leg. Good. And relax completely. Just relax. If you held your breath, I think I just did, just let it find its natural rhythm again. And then we move to the other side. So windshield wiper your legs to the other side. You can adjust your back leg. Sometimes it needs to be closer or more forward to enable you to sit on both sitting bones. Once you're seated, press your legs into the ground. Imagine you drawing them into the hip socket, down and in, and hold it. Hold the engagement, but breathe. Or let your body breathe. You can look at it that way too. So relax enough around the areas that don't need engagement so that the breath drops in and bubbles up and out. And we're holding, and then relax. Just let the body relax, be relaxed. You sit still, sitting nice and tall, the legs are arranged, your spine is long, hips are grounded, even though you're relaxed. I'm gonna go again, so press the legs down into the earth, draw the bones into the hip socket. So the bones is the direct translation from Afrikaans, bene. So I mean, draw the head of the femur into the hip socket. And then extend your arms out and pivot towards that left leg. You're sitting down, pressing down, pivoting towards the left. So you're rotating, the spine is nice and long. There's lots of space in the spine. Notice if you're breathing. So I'm basically cueing myself because it feels like I'm holding my breath. And then come back to center and relax. And you can place your hands behind you and windshield wiper your legs a little. Feel if there's a difference. Notice if there's a little bit more freedom, a little bit more ease, comfort, a little bit more courage to move into those nooks and crannies. Good. Okay, so I'm going to stay seated like this, extending both legs. If you're seated on the floor, I know you've been on the floor for a while. Extend both legs, sitting in seated staff. So you'll be sitting in seated staff. If this is too much strain on your back, bend your knees a little. You can also, if need be, use your hands to offer you some support. But we want to work the hip flexors. So if you can, sit nice and tall. So I have blocks, I have these beautiful pink blocks. I can also use them if you have something to bring the earth a little bit closer, do so. And then we're going to draw the legs into the body, sit into our seat and lift that right leg up and over, as if you are lifting it over a real or an imaginary block. And you don't have to do a lot. You're at home, you can pace yourself. So maybe one and then you think, oh my word. So then take a break. And move to the other side. You can alternate from left and right or do a couple of reps on one side and then the other. From my chair, I can have my real or my imaginary friend and lift the leg over. I can also support myself on my chair. If straightening the legs is not in the cards for you, bend your knee. So we're lifting the leg. If you notice that you're aiding the leg with the torso, so in order to lift the leg, bending around the waistline, either lift your leg a little lower or find a little bit more support from the arms maybe. See if you can move from the leg, this hinge in the leg. Stepping out and in, or lifting up and over. If you've just had about enough of this, you can windshield wiper your legs again. Alternate maybe. Good. If you feel a bit of tension in your hip sockets, shake your legs, move your hips. So we're dislodging any tension there that we don't want. You can shake. Shaking is good. Good. You can wiggle. You can do this on the floor, of course. And then one more before you get to stand up. So interlace your fingers. Draw your waistline back. Push your hands forward. Lift your spine up. So I didn't cue any specific seat. If you're seated on the floor, you can sit any position. And then release your hands, push down. It's as if you're pressing the sky into the earth. Interlace your hands behind your back. And curl your chest forward and up. And the arms may lengthen, they might straighten, the palms may be together. You can even lean forward a little bit. Make sure your rib cage and your hip bones are still in contact or communicating, so the chest is not jumping out. The throat is open, your tongue is rested in your mouth. The eyes are soft. And then slowly come back to center. If you are seated on the floor, rock yourself forward, coming onto all fours. And from all fours, begin to move into cat-cow. Again, you are at home. So how you place your hands, how far apart, how wide you spread your fingers, or if you're on fists, or whether your hands are turned all the way back, or all of the above, it's up to you. Create a foundation and move into that, into the space it provides. So if you're on your chair, you're undulating forward and back. If you want to, you can keep your arms there. So we're protracting and retracting if you've noticed maybe, but without moving the arms. So we're not pulling the arms, we're moving the spine. And forward and back. Good. Come to a neutral position. Those of you on the floor will go into child's pose. Those of you on the seat, if you want to mimic child's pose, folding over the legs and extending the arms, please do. Although this is a lot of work, you're welcome to relax your arms, even bring them to the back of your seat. Hang your head. So I'm lifting my head because I'm looking in the camera or at the people behind the camera. Child's pose could be a nemesis for a lot of bodies. If you have one of those, lift your hips, ease your ankles, protect your knees, adjust your arms. So do what you need to do to move away from pain, away from agitating and aggravating. Discomfort is fine. And then you'll make your way into downward facing dog. If you don't know what downward facing dog is, I'll show you. So from all fours, from our child's pose, we place our hands, We ground them well, claw the earth, curl your toes under and lift your hips. So you're pushing into your mat and let your shoulder blades slide towards your head. It doesn't mean you're lifting your shoulders, it's just the shoulder blades. They lift. Let them. And you can keep your knees bent. You can straighten your legs one at a time. If you're in your seat, downward facing dog can take the form of extending your legs, pushing into the earth, reaching forward and pushing into the ground. So you have this triangular shape. I did this earlier on a chair with wheels. You can imagine what happened. So make sure your chair is steady. Good. And from your downward facing dog, you will walk yourself forward into a standing forward fold. If you're seated, come into your forward fold. Either over your straightened legs. Please take care of your seat, that it doesn't slip. If it feels more stable to bend the knees, bend the knees. So you're in your standing forward fold or your seated forward fold. Wherever you are, seated or standing, roll up. You can even shimmy up, starting at the base of the spine, and shimmy every vertebra up until you're in a tall mountain. If you're standing or seated, take your arms overhead. Reach your arms up. If you're still shimmying up, don't rush. Enjoy it. Savor it. Press into your feet. Descend your sitting bones and lengthen your spine. Keep grounding down and reaching up, and grounding through the feet doesn't mean we're stuck. There's still a sense of lightness, of easy movement or agility to the feet and the ankles. And then bring your hands to your heart. Into a tall mountain. So if you're standing, tall mountain. A forward fold. If you're seated, you can use your arms for support or fold over your legs. Inhaling into a half lift. Come up halfway, a nice neutral spine. And then back into your forward fold. Let your hands touch the ground. Bend your knees enough to do so. And then trace your hands up your legs as you slowly roll up. And you can shimmy. You can slowly shimmy all the way up into your tall mountain. And bring your hands to your heart. Step your legs a little bit wider. Tall mountain. A forward fold. Coming into your half lift. A forward fold. And then roll up nice and slow. Or you can shimmy up. Once you're up, tall mountain. And bring your hands to your heart. So if you're standing, you've got your legs about mat width apart. You can widen them and come into a goddess squat. Take your arms, your hands to your knees. And then begin to dip one shoulder and then the other. If you've got your little seat or your chair, if you've got arm rests, you have to deal with that. And then dip one shoulder and the other, and then the other. So this is from those that live through the aerobics craze. This should be so familiar and in some way so juicy. So we all did this. Passing the shoulders forward. Okay, and you'll notice this is an internal rotation. The shoulder rolls in. Good. Come back to center, nice neutral spine. And then the arm overhead from side to side. So as you move from side to side, whether you are standing or seated, see if you can keep your hips neutral so the body doesn't sway and tilt the hips. It's the spine that lengthens and folds over. If you need to straighten your legs, please do. Take a break. Good. Lateral movements. And coming back to center. You'll toe heel, your feet closer together. You might feel some sensation around the hips, the shoulders, the arms. Just feel into it, sense, savor into the sensation. If you're seated, you'll do the same. You can even place your hands on your hips or your heart or any body part that you feel needs noticing, needs that connection. And then we'll close with Earth Dog. So if you're standing, you can stay standing. If you're seated, you know the drill. I'll do it with you standing so that you can see. I'm sorry if my head disappears. Good, so the feet are turned out. A little bit of a bounciness in the legs. Space underneath the armpits, and imagine your hands are rooting into the earth. So cup your fingers or cup your hands. The exhale brings you down as if you're settling, as if you're rooting. And you'll turn your palms facing up, and we're going to circle them out as if you're gathering and placing your hands on the earth. Going to walk the left hand forward, walk the right hand forward, walk the left to meet the right, and then drawing the hands forward, arch your back, sniff the air, feel the sun on your face. Coming into what feels like a downward facing dog, so extending the arms forward. It would look like a wide-legged chair pose maybe, with the palms against the earth or imaginary earth. And then into your forward fold. From your forward fold, place your hands on your feet or your shins, your knees, wherever they land, and begin to roll up. Trace your hands over your skin until you're either seated or standing, nice and tall. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Let your eyes be open, focused, bright. Blink your eyes and soften any tension. Take your gaze over center all the way to the left. Blink your eyes. And then come back to center. If you're standing, you can squat. Make your way all the way down to your mat. If squatting is not for you, any other way, but try not to use your hands for as long as you can. So however you come down, try not to use your hands for as long as you can. If you can squat, Wonderful. If you're on your chair, you'll come into your seat. So Shavasana on a chair is usually a little bit more supported, but we'll treat this maybe as a meditation if you're seated. And if you are on the floor, come into your Shavasana, stretch yourself out on your mat. So again, you're at home, most probably, I assume, or somewhere secret in the office. You know, maybe you've got a hiding place in the garden. That's cool. Stretch yourself out, make yourself comfortable. Hopefully you can stay for longer. So even if I bring the class or the session to an end, you're welcome to stay in your Shavasana. Wiggle around, maybe breathing into your back ribs so it feels as if your back body is descending, melting into the earth. If you seated, create that same sensation through the sitting bones, the soles of the feet, maybe even the thigh bones can descend. You are relaxed, you are at ease, the body is breathing. You are permeated with well-being. Whether you're seated or in Shavasana, maybe you can conjure up that healing meditation, that super powerful vibration or color that through your breath can dislodge tension, holding, bracing, so that your body can physically come to ease, to rest, to relax. The mind can soften, the eyes, the ears, the mouth, the voice can soften. The lungs can breathe, the heart can beat. The inner organs or the organs can communicate, they can transform, they can transport with a sense of ease. The muscles, the connective tissue, the bones, the skin can relax. You're welcome to stay in your meditation. You're welcome to stay in your Shavasana. So I bring my hands to my heart. I bow to you. May we all receive the healing that we crave, that we desire. Jai Bhagwan, and have a beautiful day.